looks like we got a new friend!
Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Mighty Transforming Super Troopers. Mighty Transforming Super Trooper. Before we go around and say hello to all of our wonderful players, let's take a moment to look at our social links. Check out our Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Discord, where you can come and be a part of the community. Twitter, where you can come and ask me for a game, and I'll give you one, or at least I'll put you on the list to get you one as soon as possible. And YouTube, where you can go and catch up on the other 5-6 episodes we've done of this game. We've done a number of episodes, I know. Also, please do go and check out the tweet, which I have totally prepared for, and I totally am not buying myself time to come and... Actually, hang a minute, I might have actually... Did I already do this? Am I buying myself time for no reason? Let's do the hardcore test. I did! I already did it! Okay, never mind about that. I totally was professional, and then I made myself unprofessional by questioning it. Yeah! Go and retweet the tweet. It really helps us out. Every 10 retweets, chaos will happen. Although this week's session will be restful, so it'll be interesting kinds of chaos. Also, check out our sponsors. First of all, check out Magehand Press. Magehand Press created the Dark Matter, an expansion for 5e, now available in hardback, which enables space play. It is a ton of fun. Also, check out the Deck of Many. The Deck of Many make the Deck of Many animated things. I drew the gem earlier. Keep drawing the gem. There we go. We found flames this time. These cards move as you tilt them. It's a ton of fun. You can also get the spell cards, like cantrips and spell cards all the way up to 5e level 9. Lots of fun. Go and check it out. And last but most certainly not least, check out Hero Forge. Hero Forge have just announced their latest Kickstarter, which will include coloured minis. You can print coloured minis. Print minis in full colour. I can't go into too much detail about it yet because their full launch isn't until tomorrow or the day after or something like that. But watch this space. You can currently get on their mailing list for early bird discounts. So go and check that out. Probably going to be in their pinned tweet, I would have thought. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. Let's start with our regular player, the wonderful Jess. How you doing, Jess?
Oh no, it's me. Hi. How's it going? I'm okay. How are you?
Sure you're okay?
Totally fine. Yeah, no. I'm just always this ridiculous. Hi, my name is Jess. You can find me at go_GG in most places. And today and always on this channel, I'm like totally, oh my god, Stacy, and like, oh my god, I'm so excited to be here, and we're gonna have such a good time. Oh my god, I know we're gonna do so good. The always green wishes she was pink ranger.
My goodness. Yes, thank you. The green wishes she was pink. That's intriguing. You should have just spoken to me. We could have done something like that.
No, I think it's funnier this way. She has a green flamingo, like, mecha sore thing, so is she good?
Also, just to be warned, Jess is not above stealing animals of different colors. We had a pink turtle last week because the flamingo was already gone, I believe.
But then there was the claim stole the only pink animal, and like, hey, no, there's lots of you could have had a piggy. You could have had like there's snakes that are pink. There's lots of pink animals. Like, come on.
Corn snakes are kind of pale, aren't they?
They're pinky. They're sweet little pinky. There's definitely pink reptiles.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
I will argue this.
Sure. No problem. Well, let's go next around and say hello to one of our guest players. Hi, C47. How are you doing?
Doing okay. How are you?
Oh, just grand, thank you.
It's grand. Yeah, I'm Sifa. Sifa7 on Twitter. Sifa7 on a couple of media platforms. I also have an Instagram. I'm artist mum1 on Instagram, and that's where I put a lot of my art. I do a lot of fan art. I do a lot of original art, and I also do some writing that I also put there. So that's basically a lot of my social links. And I am actually playing a hunter, a ranger called Tanuki, and armed with a bow. She's got an animal. She's got an owl, but the owl is not pink. Don't worry. So she's doing okay. So, and that's basically me. So.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us. Next, hey, Attack Trick, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. Good. How are you? Yeah.
Just fantastic. I love it when people ask me how I'm doing. I'm like, I'm good. Talk about you.
Yep, I'm Pat, or Attack Trick Online. You can find me here whenever Scrat lets me play. You can find me starting next week on Tales from the Grim has a Watchmen Blades in the Dark community campaign that's coming out that I'm in. It is a lot of fun. And also, you can find I Wrote a Thing, and I keep forgetting to tell people I wrote a thing, but I've got an adventure out on DM's Guild now. It's called Little Ship of Horrors, and it's got a crashed alien ship, and a plant that sings and has levels in Bard, and hippos with guns, and it's great. And go check it out.
We totally should. You know how you could help us out with checking that out? You could put your link in the chat. That would be amazing. We'll put your link in the chat. Yeah.
But I'm playing Lucas tonight. I've never played Ryutama before, so I don't know how I do any of the things I can do, but I know I'm a trooper and I know I've got some magic and it's gonna be great.
Fantastic. I am very hyped before we get up to today. But I think we need a bit of a music change because last session we had just defeated the Tyrannosaurus Dr. Noose, there was explosions, there was flailing, all of the heroes were facing into the camera as he exploded behind them. You know, it was exactly that image. I'm sure we could probably find a GIF that does it justice. But we are going to cut hard away from there. Hard away. Where would we find Tanuki?
Pretty open. She would probably be still undercover. Probably just popping out, trying to figure out what's going on, making sure that everything's safe, and there's no more danger around. That's the kind of person she is. She would just look around and just make sure everybody's safe.
Yeah, so you're in the city helping out? Awesome.
Yes.
In that case, everyone has been taking shelter in the subways.
Okay.
So it would make sense to have you maybe near the entrance of the subway, like looking out to see if the danger's passed.
Okay.
Your
so
thing.
I'm just looking out there, and do I see anything?
Well, you will see this ginormous, well, not quite ginormous, maybe 3-story tall Tyrannosaurus being, well, actually, no, it's quite ginormous, isn't it? It's the size of a skyscraper, probably. You can see it as, being exploding and stuff, and then, in any logical sense of reason, the city should be covered in blood and guts. There should be explosions and blood everywhere, but there's not. They just seem to kind of like shrink and disappear. And magically most of the buildings are back upright. No one knows how this happens, but it just happens. It's as though defeating the monster reversed all the damage that they did.
The city is built on an anti-monster.
Yeah,
like,
anti-monster defenses, right? Like all the buildings are on springs. Like when
they spring back up. Like they just go back down, and then like.
Yeah,
it's kind of like how some cities are built to withstand like earthquakes or be tolerant of them.
But more, yeah.
But this is an anti-monster.
Gotcha.
Exactly. So
That's
it looks
convenient.
like
Okay.
It looks like the danger has passed for now. Who knows who those heroes were that drove that giant robot with a hawk head and flamingo leg, arms, and wings, and tortoise legs. But who knows who they were? But they are gone for now.
Awesome. I guess I'll just stick my head out and see that everything's done, and I'll just see what I can find out. See outside.
The coast seems clear. After a short while looking around, you can see let's say a policeman or something comes along and well, it seems everything's clear. Y'all can come out now. Anyone injured down there? Do we need to get an ambulance or anything like that?
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and see who else is in that subway with me. Who's over there with me? Is there a lot of people taking cover, or what's going on?
Looking down in that subway, you can, like, it's packed, you know, all the way up to the stairs with people who are all looking out to you now, who has taken the role of leader, to see if it's safe.
Alrighty, it looks like it's coast is clear, guys. We're good. Coast is clear. Come on.
And they start sort of like coming out, and before you know it, the city is back to its normal bustling self. You know, you can see one guy pushing through with a cell phone, like, I got some trading to do, and like all sorts of like stuff. I don't know why he was a farmer, but there he goes. And the city is very quickly back to normal. A surprising turnaround after a monster attack of something. You would have thought there should have been days of dust or something, but no. Everything seems to get back to normal very quickly. Which frees you up.
All right, I'm just gonna go out and take a look. Is the monster still there, or is it just, or has it just exploded and it's just gone and everything?
It sort of exploded and disappeared, but if you like, you can head to the site where it was.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that then.
Sure
I've
thing.
got an owl that's sitting on my shoulder right now, and it's still sitting on my shoulder, and I'm just gonna walk over to where that site was. I'll
Okay.
go ahead and okay. So what do I see at the site? I mean, it's just completely clear. Everything. Is there any trace of it at all?
It looks as though this creature is gone. But as you try and find the spot where it was last standing, why don't you head over to the checks page? I've realised I'm just totally manipulating your things. I've already put you there.
That's okay. Hey.
And it's because I usually look at the character sheet to figure out what kind of check I need. Maybe a tracking would do you pretty well. Oh, hang on a
Okay.
second. So I can
See.
see these these numbers. Hang on, let me just correct these. You want all these to be 0.
Right.
Otherwise, all of your rolls will be 6. Go ahead. You can click it anytime.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this is a tracking.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. How many dice do I roll for this?
Oh, so tracking is a combination of strength and intelligence. Your
Right.
strength dice
There's
is
a
a
D6 and D6 and a D8. Here we
correct.
go. Got it. All right, let me see. Okay, I have got an 11.
On an 11, you are as good as a pro. You scout this terrain. You're clearly used to the city, perhaps. And as you look around, looking for traces of this monster, you find a small scorch mark on just
Okay.
one paving stone, one of the large paving stones, but still, there's just one scorch mark. This paving stone is cracked, and it looks like there is a small hole, almost like a tiny meteorite, has broken the pavement and buried itself into the ground.
All right. So this is the only.
You've scoured
This
the
is
area
just the one thing.
of this whole giant thing, just this one
Just the
tiny
one.
thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check out that tiny meteorite then. I'm just gonna go over and take a look at it. Take a look at the area around it. Is it like sitting in a crater, like where it hit, or what am I looking at here?
So it's not exactly a crater. It's more like just a crack, as though it's just shattered the paving stone and buried
Okay.
itself into the ground a little way. You can see a slight glow down there, though.
Glow on the meteorite, or just glow where the hole is?
A glow, glow in the hole, like where that tiny, well, rock. We can't really call it a meteorite. It's more of a rock, really. That's just buried in the ground.
Okay, how big is the hole? Is it big enough to slip through, or is it
No, we're
kind of
talking like
tiny?
perhaps the size of this dice.
Okay, not gonna be able to see any. Not gonna be able to go down there. What color is that glow? Is it like a light color? Is it blue, red, green? What color is that glow?
It's sort of a red color.
That's not good. Huh. Is
Sort of
there
like
any way?
warm,
Is there any way
warm.
to peer into the hole? I mean, I know it's just the size of a dice, but maybe just see if there's anything in there.
Yeah, you can see it looks like that is a crystal that's glowing in there.
Huh. That's really weird. Is there any sound coming from it? Is it just quiet, or
Deadly silent.
just a glow?
Yeah.
That's really strange. Okay. Is there any way to get to whatever's under there?
I mean, you could put your hand in, perhaps. It doesn't look like it's too deep.
Yeah, because if it's that small, I can't send an owl down there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and reach in and see what I can feel down there.
As soon as you put your hand in, you can feel the smooth surface of the stone, and then the world sort of twists like a Windows Movie Maker scene change, and you find yourself in a forest. And that's where we're going to leave you for just a moment.
Okay.
Lucas, where would we find you?
So, before the big city disaster, I think I would have been ditching school and hanging out at the planetarium.
Hang out at the planetarium. Fantastic. And do you know what? We're going to say for the purposes of this that you are none the wiser to the monster attack. The planetarium seems to be the only building in the city which has been totally unaffected.
I got a nice big clunky CD player with headphones on too.
Yeah. So even though you might have seen maybe one security guard, because this place isn't like, just sort of like run past you shouting something at some point, but what does he know? What attracts you to the planetarium?
I think I go and I sit in on kind of some of the laser star shows and just looking at all the different constellations and like any of like the active engaging shows.
Yeah. And do you do this a lot?
More than he would admit to anyone that asks.
Oh. So we'll say you know this show pretty well then. Except this time your eye can't help but notice something new. I mean, you're always feeling like you see something new every time you watch, right? Otherwise you wouldn't keep coming back. But this time it's kind of something that's glaringly obvious. It looks like a main attraction, something you should have seen before. A black hole appears in one of these shows. We'll say this is one of the big theaters, and you have it all to yourself. You know the ones I mean, the like auditorium style theaters where you have the planet things.
Mm-hmm.
You on the same page? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the place is all to you. There's literally no one else here. You can have even started it up yourself if you like.
Got it. I look and see if I've got like some kind of like museum ticket stub or like a show receipt or something. And I'm just looking at them. Is this a new show? Something's weird.
Yeah, no, you look at the thing, this is the normal show, and everything else about this show is normal. You do recognize it, it's just this one thing. Weird.
Yeah, if I'm alone, I think I'll start, like, shifting seats, seeing if I can look at it from a different angle, if it's...
Yeah, it looks more real than the rest of the show. It looks tangible.
Is it like high above me, or?
You could go to a spot where you could reach it. You think it's right near one of the balconies?
Yeah, I'll start climbing up there. I honestly, like, if this is some like new tech or new lights that they put in, they need more of these. This looks a lot better than the rest of it.
Yeah, and as you head up there, you know that most of this is like hologram technology, where they're just lasering lights off of things. But in this case, it looks like a small black crystal. And it doesn't look like light's hitting it. It looks like it's emitting a black glow.
Oh, I'm absolutely, like, poking at it. Like...
When you touch it, you feel cold, drained for just a second. But then as you're looking at these stars, you suddenly realize they are all real. In fact, you are looking up at the canopy through the forest at a sky full of stars with absolutely no smog/pollution. Tanuki,
Not?
a person lands next to you.
Hello?
Oh, what? Did they change the show?
What show?
Do you work at the planetarium? Where are we?
I have no idea. We're in a forest somewhere, but no, I wasn't at the planetarium. I was at the subway station, and there was this thing there was a thing in the pavement, and I touched it, and boom, here I am.
Oh, I poked a thing too. Was your thing glowy?
Yes.
Got it. Yeah, mine was...
Okay, note to self, don't poke glowy things. Yeah, that's... Alright.
I mean, I make no promises about that. What else would you do with glowy things?
Look at him. I tried to see what it was, but it was in a tiny, tiny hole, and I couldn't see what it was. But well, I poked at it, and here I am. Oh, Tanuki, by the way.
Oh,
And
I'm
my
Luke.
owl is Hawkeye. Say hello. And
Oh,
the
wow.
owl
You've got an owl.
kind of does this to you. So
Oh, hi. Is he? Huh.
he's my owl. He helps me hunt. So there we go.
Neat. What does Hawkeye eat?
Well, he eats small rodents, rabbits.
Yeah.
A
I
little
put away
things
like the piece of candy that I was about to offer to Hawkeye.
No, you don't want to give him candy. If you give the candy, he tends to go a little nuts. So, yeah, he tends to go a little bit hyper.
I would like to pan
What
away in just a second. Stacy, after you've defeated the thing and everyone splits apart, going to do their real thing, you are on your way to go and see Nadia, right? When your beeper goes off. Do 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 do. Slightly off key, legally distinct.
Legally distinct. So like my hello?
Hello, Stacy.
Hi Louise, what's up?
We need you at the base.
You don't want us I mean I guess the city's fine, right? It'll just rebuild itself. It doesn't need us, right? Okay, sure. I'll come back there. That sounds fine. Totally reasonable. I'm on my way, Louise. Boop.
You have another 5 texts from Nadia asking where you are. You're supposed to be teaching class.
Can I call Louise back?
As you do that, the goop forms around your ankles
Dang it,
and
no!
starts transporting you.
My job! That I haven't been to in months, apparently!
You arrive back at the base, the old cave base, which is far too hyper-technical for its time. And there is Louise Kronk and the Kaiju Ryujin.
Louise, weren't we gonna talk about me maybe getting to go back to my actual real-life job at some point? Is that an option?
Yes, don't worry. I'm sure we'll put you back in a reasonable timeline to get your... Everyone makes sacrifices, Stacy. Anyway, we've had a development, Ryujin, and the small... Back now in humanoid form-ish, sort of like a cross between E.T. and Yoda.
Doya.
Yeah, Doya.
Legally distinct.
Legally distinct. He sits and well, he doesn't sit. He stands. If he sat, he'd be really small. Stacy, the crystals have chosen 2 more troopers.
Oh, 2 more, you say? Any chance you can find, like, another one who can, like, take my spot, and then, like, I can go to work and, you know, like, not get fired?
Well, I guess that would mean we'd have to give up your flamingo to someone else.
Not my flamingo! Okay. All right. So 2 new people. That's exciting! Yay!
Yeah, unfortunately,
Super on board for this.
Unfortunately, Bay had pressing issues to attend to, so they can't be here.
That's, you know, everyone needs a break. Sometimes breaks are good. You know,
Apparently there was
have you ever?
a flower convention. Very important, I'm given to understand.
That does sound really important. You know what else is really important? Jobs that actually pay you for your work. That your bosses, so they don't get mad at you when you don't, when they show up and they're really scary. Your boss, you know.
Yes, quite. I agree.
Yeah. Have you met my boss, Nadia?
No.
Yeah. Maybe you can go talk to her for me. That'd be great.
I don't think so.
Do you write notes? Like, are you a doctor? Aren't you a doctor? There's a doctor in your name, isn't there? Can you write notes?
That's Dr. Noose, the one you just defeated.
Dang it. Okay, fine.
Anyway, they have been transported to the forests of the prehistoric era, just as you were when you first touched the crystal. I need you to go and find them and explain the way of the Super Troopers to them.
That hasn't gone. I am not really good at that. Can you like write me a script? Or like, is there a preset, like a video? Ooh, you should make a video. And then we can just show them the video. You know, when new people come to a new job and you just have a video to show them.
Trunk steps up and puts like a hand on your shoulder and is like, hey there, Stacy. Don't worry. When you get there, you'll figure it out. It'll be just fine. Deep inside, you know what to do.
I don't know that that's true, but you just said it, so I believe it, Trunk.
And, if you want to welcome them to the Super Trooper way, you can take a couple of these muffins to help welcome along.
It's true. It wouldn't really be welcoming in new Super Troopers without some of your baked treats.
And Stacy, I knew you'd be upset about missing work again, so, this time I made them chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, thank you. There's no like different kinds of cheese in these ones, or like any.
They're just wholesome muffins with chocolate chip.
Wow, that's the least unusual type of muffin you've ever made. That must have been really hard for you. You must have really had to have held back.
I like to combine different flavors and really, you know, explore the extents of the taste buds, but sometimes it's good to get back to the classics.
Great. I think they'll like these. This is great. Thank you, Trunk. Thanks. Okay. I'm ready, Louise. Zap goop me in.
I do not need to zap goop you in. You're here in the prehistoric forest. You just have to go find them.
Oh. Then I'll go out the door!
Trunk, as you passes you 2 slap bracelets.
These are so nifty. They'll love them. This is definitely, you know what? These are why everyone agrees to this job. It's definitely just the slap bracelets and nothing else.
And so, as you leave, we'll pan back over to Tanuki and Lucas. What are you up to?
So, what exactly happens when Hawkeye gets too hyper and crazy?
Oh, he just flies around in circles, and his head kind of rotates 360 degrees. It looks weird, but don't worry, he's okay. He just needs to run out the sugar, and then he takes a nap, and then he's fine. Don't worry.
Okay. That doesn't sound so bad.
I mean, and that's with candy, with chocolate, anything like that. Anything with a lot of sugar, you know. I try to keep him away from that kind of stuff. So. And then he just kind of keeps on doing this to you. Just kind of checking you out, trying to see if you're some kind of threat, trying to see if you're a friend or something.
I smile initially, and then just, as it keeps going, just start averting my eyes. So, you said we're not still in the planetarium, then?
No, unless your planetarium has a lot of trees and a lot of stuff, and I think we're not in the planetarium.
I don't know. I didn't know if it was a new exhibit or something, but that would be a weird choice. So where are we?
What are we looking at here? What's around us?
You can see tall trees, really tall. Okay, you can see old rocks. There's no sign of civilization whatsoever, but this isn't a forest you recognize. The flora is old. You don't know how else to describe it. It doesn't look like any modern plants that you know. It's either from the far future, which, you know, plants are dying seems unlikely, more likely to be old.
do I see any tracks of any kind around? Like any animal tracks or anything like that?
Why don't you give me another animal tracking check?
Okay, let's see. And 7.
Okay, on a 7,
I got a 7 on that.
a 7 is pretty good. Okay, you're pretty good at tracking. You look around, you can see what looks like an elephant track nearby, but slightly too large.
Okay, we've got animals here, and it's could be an elephant, but it's too big to be an elephant.
Now that you've spotted it, you can see
Hmm.
there is a trail through this forest where trees have been cleared and not cleared, just like knocked over. And
Well, whatever it was, it just went that way.
Did you hear? Did something happen at the zoo? Did stuff get loose?
Not that I've heard of, but there was a whole lot of fighting. It could have been.
There was fighting.
You didn't hear it.
No.
You said
I mean-
you were at the planetarium and you didn't hear the fighting?
No,
Outside?
but I mean, I was inside, and the shows are really good.
Oh, so you were watching the show while
Yeah.
all this was happening.
Oh, that gives me an idea. Do the stars look the same as the stars that we're used to, Scrat? Can I use that to kind of figure out where we're at?
yeah, no, there's they look kind of different.
Oh, that's.
You can see familiar things though. It looks like you're in the same hemisphere. It looks like a familiar sky in some places, but there's extra stars. There's stars missing.
So the sky is wrong. I don't know what that means. Do we follow the elephant for help? I don't have great ideas here.
Well,
Or do we go to? If we follow the elephant tracks backwards, that'll take us to a zoo.
I don't see a zoo. It doesn't seem like it's inhabited for miles. So, well, I guess if we go and follow the elephant thing, we might run into somebody. We run into people. Maybe if we're still in the city, we're just outside the city. Maybe we'll reach the city. Sound good?
Yeah, I trust you. I mean, you've got an owl. That clearly you know what's going on. You exude authority
All
with
right.
your owl.
Let me go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and look over at Hawkeye, and I go ahead and talk to him a little bit, and I'm gonna have him scout ahead a little bit in the direction of where the elephant went. So he's gonna go ahead of us, and we're just gonna go ahead and follow him and follow the track.
Yeah, and this is something you do all the time. So Hawkeye goes and flies ahead. You follow, and it's a good time. But let's have some travel checks from you both to see how you get on.
Okay. What do I roll for a travel check here?
There will be a travel check in your check sheet. Hang on a second. Let us
It is.
find.
All right. Let's see.
Strength and dex, it looks like.
Okay, that'll work. So that'll be a D6 and let's see. 8.
Oh, I clicked it twice. Sorry. They're both not good.
They're both. Well, actually, 6. Well, an 8. This is actually probably fairly accurate. An 8 is pretty good. You're used to traveling through all kinds of different terrain. Maybe the age of this terrain is throwing you off a little, Tanuki. Lucas, even a kid could do better. That's the official reference of how well you did. So I guess Tanuki, you're leading the way, and Lucas is just kind of stumbling behind you.
I think my Walkman got a little bit weird during the teleportation. I'm just like smacking it, trying to get it to work again, and kind of trudging along and messing up some of the tracks.
As you touch your Walkman, you realize that sitting right there on it, there is a small black coin.
Ah.
Pulsing the
That's
same way
new.
that crystal did.
Does this look like what you found?
Kind of like a small crystal. Does it look like the crystal that was in the pavement? Just a different color?
This looks like a coin now. It's weird.
Yeah. It's glowing the same way that the rock that I poked was.
Huh.
But
It's
it
glowing
wasn't
the
there
same way.
before I poked the rock.
Okay, are there any markings on the coin, or is it just smooth?
On the coin there is a picture of a lightning bolt down the middle, and it says MTST.
Huh.
Does that mean anything to you?
Now available in stores near you.
Metropolitan Transit System? I don't know. Is this a subway coin?
Not any kind of subway coin I've seen. And I don't think it's a subway token. That's
Does it, like,
strange.
If I like try and yank it, will it come off of my Walkman?
Yeah, you can literally peel it away, and as you peel it away, it
Oh.
changes from a coin into a SIM card. One of the big old bulky ones.
Huh.
Oh man.
This was a coin a second ago, right? You saw that too?
Yeah. I saw that too. It was a coin and it turned into a big card. Are we both
I try and,
hallucinating here? Are we having the same hallucination here? Are we
If I
having the
keep
same
moving it-
hallucination here? Wow.
As you say that, Tanuki, you can feel something in your shoe. Like you've got something in your shoe.
In my shoe? Wait,
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. Okay, I'm gonna sit down on the ground. I'm gonna take try to take my boot off. Hang on a second. Okay, I take off my boot and I try to shake it out. What comes out?
A crystal. A large red crystal comes out and hits the ground. That is not what was rubbing against your foot. It wasn't that big.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Is there anything else in my shoe besides crystal?
I don't think so. Nothing besides normal, like dirt, maybe a bit of fluff.
Hold on a sec. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and reach down and pick up the crystal.
As you pick it up,
Okay.
it turns into a red SIM card.
Okay, you saw that, right? It was a crystal, and then it turned into the same kind of card, except it's red. Where are we going to use these?
Do you have a phone? We can try putting it in a phone?
Not with me, no. I don't carry a phone. Do you have a phone on you?
Yeah. Yeah, I pull out just like a brick.
Mhm.
I remember those phones. Oh my god. Okay.
It doesn't look like the SIM card's going to fit this phone, but as you hold it close to it, it changes so it will fit.
Huh.
Well, might as well and see if it.
Let's pan back across to Stacy quickly. Stacy, as you're making your way through the jungle, can you make me a direction check? Do you know where you're looking for Tanuki and Lucas?
No, because as usual, they sent me off without enough info, and this is not gonna go well, because...
As I recall, you stormed off this time, but okay, let's go with that. Okay, how about a travel check for how you're faring?
I feel really good. I'm just going in the opposite
goodness.
wrong direction.
You're probably famous for how well you're traversing through the forest at this point.
I'm
But
like
you have...
swinging on vines at this point. I'm like doing like high flips and like, hello, new people, where are you?
And you come to a large ravine. A large, like, it's like almost like a cliff edge, and you can see below, there's forest below you and like a stream down the middle. And way, way down against the river, you can see a little red and black pulse next to each other.
How high up am I?
10,000 feet.
Oh yeah, so I probably shouldn't like dive off this cliff in an amazing flamingo swan dive.
No, we can make it 1,000 if that tempts you.
With this,
You see a waterfall nearby.
The fastest way down. Here we go. Jump.
Make me a hard exercise check, please.
Don't let me die. Don't let me die. Don't let me die.
This might be a great time to remind you have no advantages.
8.
An 8.
It would have been really nice to have had the 14 for this.
An 8 is pretty good. Okay. But the 8 just covers your takeoff as you launch from the side of this waterfall. Why don't you give me a delicate work for the dive you go down? What kind of dive are you going for? Are you doing any tricks, or are you just doing a straight dive?
I mean, in the initial thing, I definitely, like, do a little, like, pirouette. I do a little, like, I like to go on my tiptoes, I do a little spin, and then I dive off, and I attempt to do several flips, and then landed, like, doing the thing where you're trying to get, like, as little splash as possible. I'm just trying to cross in, and...
So, we're going to set this difficulty at 8, and your degrees of failure will make your landing harder.
Someone send me some rerolls, please. I might be about to die. Here we go. Hey!
Exactly an 8. Exactly an 8. So as you do this, you do the pirouette, you do the spin, you do the flips, you do all this stuff. You're soaring 1,000 feet down. That's easily skyscraper height. Down towards this pool at the base of the waterfall. Everything looks fantastic. We need one last hard exercise check for entry to the ground, and you've done great so far. You scraped a pass on in the difficult check, so you only need to be as good as a pro for this.
Oh man. Well, is this the part where I splat?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. You do everything great, but you've misjudged the pool. You land in the water, but you are immediately dragged under by the waterfall's pull into the pool, and it's sort of just batting you down.
Can I?
And in the water, a large mammalian type animal starts to attack you. You can get...
Uh-oh.
How did it get worse? How did it get worse? Why would you do this to me?
You've just been gifted an auto success from Sphinx's Patreon.
Oh, Sphinx, thank you. So what is fighting? Am I able to transform underwater and punch this thing? Like,
sure. How does your transformation look underwater?
Extremely rushed and hurried and not as glorious as normal. Like, it's just like, nah, 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 da, 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 da. Let's like get this done. And suddenly there's a flash of green, and and a very wet ballet tutu is smushed down, and my big punchy gloves are on. I'm gonna try and smack this thing that's biting me in the face.
By all means.
Okay. I just wanted to give these people their slap bracelets. Why is this happening to me? Okay, sorry. Is a punch strength?
Accuracy? Yeah. Okay. What do you have? Do you have any weapons?
I have the forest dagger, so I could say that I have the small little dagger in my hand.
Yeah, that works.
Try to boop this. I don't even know what this is attacking me. This mammalian thing underwater.
Definitely gonna hit.
Now's not the time.
Roll me some damage.
Okay. At 2.
2 damage is enough to take out this creature.
Oh no. I hope it...
As,
Sorry.
you lift it out of the ground, you can see it's some sort of half human, half fish, sort of primordial.
I killed a mermaid? I'm just gonna hide that back under the waterfall.
And we'll pan back across to Lucas and Tanuki. It might have been trying to save you.
Attacking me!
It's difficult to tell.
I'm gonna go cry now. Goodbye.
Lucas Tanuki, what are you up to?
Did Stacy's dive off the cliff like have any screams or noises or splashes involved?
Do you know, actually, it was really graceful and they slunk into the water very quietly. Maybe if they had screamed, you might have heard them, but they didn't. They were super professional diving style. Some sort of like diving assassin over there.
So we didn't hear any of this happening.
No, you're carrying on. The Hawkeye has perched on a on a branch near the water, and you can see that the animal you are tracking has taken water here.
Okay. But I don't see it at all, though. I don't see the animal at all.
You can see the tracks have moved on the other side of the water, but it's quite far across.
Okay. Oh, boy. Alrighty, but he still has the phone with the SIM card, right? Are you going to put that card into your phone?
Yeah, I was just trying to like mash it together and find a good place for it to actually fit in this old brick phone.
You put it into your phone changes into a belt buckle, which attaches itself to your waist. And Lucas, you transform. Why don't you tell us what your Super Trooper outfit looks like?
Gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh. Jeez. I think you hear like a dragon roar, but you don't see a dragon, you just see like a shadow going over, and like as the shadow goes over, it just forms into like this dark cloak and cowl, and he has like a dragon mask on as the helmet with like a little telescoping eye on one side.
Oh. You. Yeah, and Tanuki, you see Lucas suddenly suited up in a suit of black, and it looks quite magical.
So my phone hasn't done that before.
Wow. You've never done this before.
Nope. Just feeling.
Wow.
Do I keep it on? Do I take it? What is?
Good. You look good, I guess.
Thanks.
Wow.
I guess maybe I lift just the eye part off if that'll work. Just like, I guess I keep it on. Maybe it's helpful. I don't. No, I'm gonna go with helpful. Let's see how this goes.
Can you do anything with this thing on? Is it like a uniform or something? Wow.
I reach around. I guess. Do I feel like any equipment or anything?
You will have the equipment that came with your character. So in the inventory screen, you might see a weapon there.
I do. I see. I have a bow. Oh, which if I can flavor that, I'll pull it out, and it's. I don't know if anyone else had these toys in the '90s where it was. Do you know those little air-powered guns that shoot little discs out,
Yeah.
like the little foam discs?
Yeah.
I'd pull that out instead. Like, I guess I've got this thing.
Perfect. Coming to a
That
store
could be
near
very
you.
helpful.
I point it at a tree and pull the trigger and see what it does.
Make me an accuracy roll with that weapon.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Why does it have a -2? What?
Ranged attacks always have a -2.
Cool.
Give me a.
Still okay.
That's a good hit. Give me a damage roll with that. Okay. As you do this, the tree withers as the disc touches it, and sort of like shrivels a bit.
I didn't know it would do that. I did just put it back on my belt and like hold my hands up.
As you put it back on your belt, you
Wow.
feel it sort of like energize you a little bit.
I'm gonna stop touching things on here for a bit.
We have a really important question from chat. Does it have lights?
Oh yeah, it's got. I think a lot of my motif is like night stars in terms of like the cloak and the equipment. So I picture it's almost got like
okay.
stars that
okay.
twinkle on it.
Perfect.
Wow. I
Tanuki,
kind of look at the tree, kind of look at the weapon, kind of look at the tree again, and look at him and goes, "That's cool. That's really cool."
Do you have any like technology or anything that we could try and put your card into?
Well, I don't carry a phone. I'm pretty much a survivalist. All I got is a bow and a knife and
You have
my bird and
a
that's
beeper
about
or a
it.
walkie-talkie, maybe?
Let's see, do I have anything?
Sure. Anything
on.
that you can possibly think of that you might have, we can 100% go with.
Let's see.
A watch, maybe.
Yeah,
a compass.
I've got a
even?
compass. I've got a compass.
That'll do.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out my compass. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my hand. I'm gonna hold the card right next to it.
Sure
'Cause
thing.
I'm not.
And as you do, the card changes to look like a compass needle. Like you could swap the needles.
Oh, okay. And it's still red, I'm assuming. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna go ahead and say, well, let's see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and open the compass, take out the needle that was in there. I'm gonna go ahead and swap the needles. I'm gonna go ahead and put the needle in. Go ahead and close the cover. Okay, what happens now?
You put the needle near it. It snaps in. Your compass immediately changes into a belt buckle and attaches itself to you, and you transform. What does your suit look like?
Alrighty, the colors are green and black. And since the name is Tanuki, I've got a green and black cloak. I've got the armor itself is kind of like a reddish brown armor. I've got a bow, and the bow kind of transforms into sort of kind of like a bow, and I've got with my arrows turn into something like light arrows, and my knife actually extends a little bit, and it turns into something like almost like a Bowie knife, but not quite. And it's kind of like the blade is light, and I kind of look around, and I'm kind of looking down, going, "Okay, this will do." Wow. Wow. Alrighty, and when I look up, I've got kind of. You know how Red Panda kind of has like circles over their eyes? I've got circles like here. It's kind of like a sunglasses or a scope kind of thing over my eyes, so I can actually see for accuracy. So that's basically what I look like.
Fantastic. So as the two of you transform and begin exploring, we'll head back to Stacy under the waterfall.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Stacy.
Why you do this to me, Scrat?
This is a kids' cartoon, so
I would like.
Go on.
I would like to breathe some air, please. I think I have still been underwater.
You sure can. Why don't you make me
It's
a?
like-
You head up. You can breathe some air. You can. Now you're not being attacked. You're sort of bobbing away from the waterfall. Did you bring the mammalian creature with you?
After I get some oxygen, if I could go back down and grab them and bring them back up and put them up on, is there like a rocky ledge or something?
There is, yeah.
And see if they're okay, and just be like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Were you trying to help me?
They still have a pulse, but they're not breathing.
Oh no! I give them back the mouth! Do they have a mouth?
Yes, they have a mouth kind of thing. It's a bit, sort of like a slimy kind of mouth thing. It's a bit like a.
I'm gonna go do it!
It's a bit like a trout mouth on a human face.
Oh no! Do they have a nose?
No. Sort of Voldemort-y looking.
Oh no, I don't even know if this is gonna work, but I'm going to attempt. I'm going to attempt it.
Sure. Do you have maybe delicate work? That'll work.
Oh,
Unless you have first aid. Unless you have any first aid.
I don't think I have first aid. I don't think. I mean, listen, I run a children's ballet school. I would be required to have first aid knowledge legally.
Okay. Then let's hope you're good at it. A delicate work check.
Oh no! They didn't have a nose for me to pinch. They didn't have a nose for me to pinch to make sure it was closed when I breathed in the air. Comes out their gills on the side.
As you breathe on them, you just feel air coming out the side of their head at the gills.
No! I start compressions anyway. That's more important. Compressions are more important than any.
This delicate work failure isn't going to be you failing to revive them. They're going to be revived, but they react badly to being stabbed in the water, and they begin snapping at you. And you realize as you were blowing into their trout mouth that it was actually quite hard, almost like a beak, and they're like trying to bite at you.
No, I was trying to help you. Stop it!
Like clammy fingers are gripping your suit.
I take them and I heave them back into the water.
Make me a hard exercise check.
Get out!
You have an advantage and a nat 20 donated from chat.
I'm gonna save it. All I'm trying to do is push them away from me.
Hard exercise check then, please. Hey!
Yeet!
You yeet that thing solidly into the waterfall. Maybe it lived. Who knows?
I tried. Okay.
You feel a wave of energy because there's so little energy in this time that it's really easy to spot energy when you hear it from nearby, as it sounds like someone's just struck a tree.
Oh no! A tree! They would be so upset. I have to go investigate.
Make me a direction check for defining which way that tree noise came from.
No, I'm gonna go the wrong way again. I'm not smart. I'm very. Listen, I'm very dexterous. Not smart.
This sounds like the sort of argument you would maybe make. I don't know for what for, but okay. You are sure that the tree noise came from an opposite direction to the power source.
That way, I'm gonna go very quickly because I'm very athletic. I move very quickly in the wrong direction.
You do.
I do flips all the way.
Your watch is telling you that you're heading in the right direction.
Oh, good. You confirmed my suspicions, watch.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry.
We'll head back over to Lucas and Tanuki.
Okay. Okay. Now I've got. Now I haven't heard from my bird in a while. Is Hawkeye still flying around? Is he doing circles? What is he? Where is he right now?
Yeah, he stops on the beach at one point and does a bit of a clean, and then alights back at a branch, waiting for your next
Okay.
interaction.
Hawkeye hasn't seen her though at all. Hasn't noticed her at all.
Do you know
hasn't
what?
seen Stacy at all.
I think that's a very good point. As Stacy yeets the thing into the waterfall, there may or may not be a large crack sound, which alerts Hawkeye, and Hawkeye sort of.
Ah!
Hey, did you say it was an owl or a hawk?
It was an owl.
It was an owl.
It was an owl. Okay, he's found something. Okay, now I have to go see if I can. Can I see which direction he's in? Am I in visual range?
He flies over the river and back again. Seems they're on the other side.
Okay, he's over on the other side of the river. We're gonna have to try to find a way to get across there.
It's as you say. You say that, and Lucas just stops himself from just about to go diving in and trying to swim across. So like a log or something.
Yeah, we
Is there
can do
enough?
that, or we can swim. How good of a swimmer are you?
I don't think I'm actually that good. I mean, I've done it like once.
Can you dog paddle?
Yeah, that.
Okay, how far
And
across?
I only coughed up a lot of water, but I was okay.
Oh, that's reassuring. Is there anything around that we could use to get to the other side of the river?
This is a
Like
jungle.
A log or...
There are large trees, some of which have been knocked over by the recent creature that passed through. You can also see long vines, snakes if they're any use to you. I don't know how you'd use a snake. Maybe the snake could swim across and you could hold on.
Alright.
Is that withered tree that I shot? Is that sturdy at all?
I mean, do you want it to be
Or is it-
sturdy or not sturdy?
Did it kind of just wilt away to nothing?
It hasn't wilted away to nothing. It just sort of blackened and aged very quickly, like an old tree.
Well, I mean, this one might be easier to move, and I'd feel better if we at least used it, so that it wasn't for nothing. But it's
Alright, let's see what we can do. We'll go over to it, and can we move it any way to get closer to the river? Can we...
You sure can with some hard exercise checks.
Okay, let's... Okay, I mean, with the two of us, we should be able to do it, right? Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Hang on.
Hard
do
exercise.
you like one from each of
strength,
us.
Yeah, strength and dex, right?
Yeah, okay. D8. 6. D8. 9.
Okay, a 9 is pretty good. Tanuki, you pretty quickly figure out that you're doing most of the work here, as Lucas... A child could honestly do better.
Yes.
In fact,
I'm not a strong boy.
In fact, that is they're a total failure at it. They're not even as good as a child. The things, the evaluation on this sheet is total failure. But Tanuki, you're pretty good at taking this tree down and making a serviceable crossing out of it.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And is it long enough that we can actually get across it? Go get across to the other side? Or are we gonna have to extend it?
Just about. You can just about. It wedges and like there's a little bit of water on each side, but it's wedged fairly securely. You could get across.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I guess we can go ahead and try to make our way across here then.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and step on it just a little bit just to make sure it's sturdy.
Seems sturdy.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can make my way across then.
And this will be a delicate work or balance.
Okay. Let's see, delicate work. I'm trying to see here. Give me 1 second.
That's dex and spirit.
Dex and Oh, hold on. Dex and Spirit. Oh boy, Spirit is a D4. Give me a second. Oh. Okay, 3.
So as you're
3.
making your way across Tanuki, you fall off. It's a total failure. You fall off the log.
Boom.
You can still be holding onto the log, but now you're wet.
Oh, is there anything in the water?
Nothing
God,
seems to be.
please
It seems like pure fresh water,
Okay, there's nothing in here. All right. Okay, I'm gonna try to get myself back up on it.
You can make your way across. That check was really just to
Okay.
see if you could stay dry across. So you
Okay.
get to the other side, soggier than you started.
Oh,
Lucas, your turn.
God.
Hey, a 7's pretty good. A bit wobbly, but you make your way across.
Hey, yay! At least you got to the other side dry. That's good.
But I mean,
Both of your belt
Sorry.
buckles, sort of they like, they beep, and when you look at them, there is an arrow, pointing, upriver towards the waterfall.
Directional finder. Hey, we got a compass. That's good. Okay. All right. Well,
It's funny. The arrow looks kind of strange though. It's like a. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be your belt buckle anymore because you're in suits, right? So you have like a readout on your wrist. It'd be like a watch, like a compass, like you're used to. So the compass needle, yeah, it's one of them double-pointed needles. So you know that the arrow is pointing this way. Only someone who knew nothing about navigation would think that the other arrow was the direction you need to walk in. On that note, why don't we head across to Stacy? Is that a segue? I don't know. Hey, Stacy.
Hello! I'm feeling really good right now.
So your watch is still telling you to go in the same way, but as you do, you get back to the wall of the ravine that you just came down.
Well, this seems like a dead end. Are you broken? Come on now. But
You want to make me?
so is it literally like a dead end? Is it literally like?
I mean, you could go left or right, but you can see this ravine goes for quite a way. Why don't you
Can
make
I
another...
just use my nat 20, please?
You can. You can use your nat 20 and realize in secrecy, no one knows that you were following it the wrong way. You can just correct that and just go back the way you're supposed to. No one knows.
God, no one saw me do so many dumb things. It's definitely. Thankfully, there's no one to witness my incredibly terrible actions. I will go find these super troopers now.
And now that you're both heading in the same direction, it's very easy to meet up. You all meet up in the forest.
Oh, hello! I've been looking. I have these for you, and I hold out 2 slap bracelets. Hi.
Hi.
My name's Stacy, and I don't know you, and you don't know me, but I have these for you.
And you're all suited up.
And I'm like soaking wet. I'm still like dripping. Like I'm half like big chonky armor and half like wet tutu. So.
Did you just get zapped here too?
And kind of delicately grab one of the bracelets and say, thank you. I'm Tanuki, by the way. And have you happened to see an owl flying around?
I don't know. I was a bit distracted. I did just jump off a very high waterfall looking for you both. It was an impressive. Did you see my amazing dive by any chance? It's fine. But
no.
I'm sorry, I have not seen your owl. What was your question again?
Owl
Turns to
lands
Lucas.
Behind Stacy and hoots once. Woo.
What was that?
Oh, that's him. That's him. That's him. That's Hawkeye. That's my owl. Don't worry, he doesn't bite. He's fine. You're cool. You're cool. You're cool.
Hawkeye gives you a knowing look, Stacy. That's all.
He might have seen your dive though. If he was,
Oh,
'cause
good.
I sent him to scout ahead of us. He might have actually seen your dive.
Oh, yes. I hope you saw that. And I like stare down the owl.
As you stare it down, it does that thing where it turns its head all the way around 360 and then stares at you like, ooh.
You win this time, owl. Sorry, what was your question again? Did I get warped here too? Sort of, not exactly. There's a lab, and that's where I warped to, because I already had my slap bracelet. Now that you have yours, you should be able to teleport to intentional locations instead of just randomly in an incredibly dangerous forest. That'd be terrible.
The forest is dangerous?
Oh, you haven't seen any dinosaurs yet? That's good. That's good. There's definitely
dinosaur.
We were
Dinosaur.
attacked by a tree, and that was it. That's what happened to the tree.
attacked by a tree. That's a new one. I'm gonna have to tell Louise about that. The trees too now.
As you all are talking, you hear a rustle in the long grass, maybe 50 feet away.
Ha! Is it anything?
Uh-oh.
Should we be posing like that? I was just
Maybe if we stand very still, it's not going to see us.
Good idea. Also, while we're here, I have these for you too. And then I take out 2 chocolate chip muffins.
Oh, thank you.
The wrapping around the base says "made with love."
Aw.
Oh, and remember what I said about chocolate and candy and stuff like that. Don't give it to Hawkeye.
Okay, I turn to the owl and I go, "This isn't for you, owl." Good.
If I'm looking, does it seem like Hawkeye wants the muffin? If I'm trying to observe Hawkeye's personality?
No, Hawkeye doesn't even really look at Stacy properly. This time they're also looking at the long grass.
Uh-oh. There's something over there.
Well,
Over there.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really good at investigating things, but I'm really good at punching things. So if either of you want to discover if it's something punchable, then I can do that part. But until then, best first to see whether it is friend or foe, because there are both around here.
There is another rustle, but this time it's accompanied by a loud thump.
Oh.
Another
Uh-oh.
thump. Another thump. Small
Does these-
creatures come running out of the grass and scatter, and just from behind, like, tree cover, comes a large mammoth.
Okay, there's our big elephant. There's our big elephant. A mammoth. Hey.
And another
Wait,
mammoth.
we found it.
Is it coming?
Oh, well, there's 2.
There's another.
And another mammoth.
Oh, should
There's
we
three.
just
And a-
get out of their way? Are they
A
just
little
walking
baby
by?
mammoth holding a tail.
Oh no, it's so cute!
And it would seem they're heading towards the river,
Oh, okay.
which is in
I-
your
Get out
direct
of
path.
its way.
Oh, we should just
Get out of the way.
maybe
Get out
we
of the
should
way.
move.
Out of the way. Out of the way. Okay, don't worry. Okay. We try to move out of their way. Let's move out of their way. They're probably going to the river, like maybe for water or something. You can get out of the way here.
That makes sense.
Don't think that needs a check, but you do see yet another baby mammoth that isn't holding a tail that trails about 10 feet behind them all.
Oh
Like
no,
trying to
hurry,
run to keep
hurry!
up.
Aww.
Aw.
You can do it, little. You can do it, little one. I believe in you.
Oh.
Who would
I
like
want
to
to
make
keep
me
an eye
a...
on that little one, make sure that he catches up to the rest of them.
Would you like to give me perception checks?
Okay, perception. Me or
Anyone.
okay? Nice. have a
Stacey, even
5.
with that 4, that's a kid could do better. A 5, yep, a kid could also do better than that. It's cute. It's certainly cute. Lucas, it's pretty good. Maybe your keen eyes for spotting planets helps you spot the saber-toothed tiger lurking in the grass near the baby mammoth.
Okay, there's a tiger. There's a
Oh, no.
tiger.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh,
The
no.
zoo
Oh,
should
no.
not let these two things this close to each other. Who is in charge of this place?
I run towards the baby and I stand in the way and I say, "Not today, tiger!"
And as you do that, the mammoths panic, the tiger leaps, and we are going to go into combat.
Oh no!
Can everyone please roll me initiative? Now, initiative
Oh.
is doubly important in this system because it
Okay.
not only dictates your turn order, it also dictates your difficulty to be hit.
Okay.
Oh no!
Stacy on form,
I'm re-rolling. I'm using my re-roll. I'm using my re-roll.
of course.
Oh, jeez. I have a 2.
Well, a 2 is a fumble. So everyone gets 1 fumble point, which they
Oh,
can
no.
use at any time to add 1 to their roll. Everyone
Okay.
gets 1. You can use it at any time. It adds 1 to your roll.
Are we allowed to use fumble points on initiative?
If you were to re-roll it.
Huh.
Sorry, Stacey.
Oh,
You have to declare it before.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, otherwise you could just like keep pumping them up until it's good. Lucas got a 5 and poor Tanuki got a 2. Okay. The tiger has a fixed initiative because it is a yeah, I'm not going to put a thing. I'm just going to put a pair of fangs for my tiger. And it kind of looks like a W actually. They have fixed initiative because they are NPCs. Now the next thing we do is we decide what things are around the fighting environment that we can use in combat. Okay. So we're each going to go around and submit 1. So I'll start us off. I submit that there is a discarded branch nearby. Jess.
Some vines.
Vines, lovely. Sifa?
let's see. How about one shallow pool of water?
Okay, that's cool.
Nearby.
Yeah. And Patrick.
What about like a log that's like big enough for something to crawl into? Maybe
A large log, got it.
a large,
And now
like a hollow one.
these items can only be used to increase your accuracy modifier by 1. Okay, they serve no other purpose. This system, it's a lot like RPG games where there's 2 lines of attack and 2 lines of defense on 2 lines of enemies, 2 lines of good guys. So you can tell me now whether you're in the front row or the back row.
I was in a battle recently, so I'm just gonna stay at the back, y'all. If y'all want to go, you go ahead. Enjoy. This is your first time, so feel free.
Okay, my main weapon is ranged, so oh god. Okay, I'll go ahead and go in the front row then. That's cool.
Okay, yeah,
You
because if no one goes in the front row, then the back row becomes the front row. So Lucas.
I will heroically hide in the back row as well.
Oh, gee, thanks, guys.
Lovely. Lovely.
Oh, lovely. Thanks, guys.
So, what can you do on your turn? I hear you cry. There are a number of actions. You can you can move. You can switch from the front row or the back row. You have 1 action per turn. You don't need to punch the mic to do it. You have 1 action per turn. You can move from the front row to the back row. You can use magic if you have it. You can assess the situation, which allows you to re-roll your initiative, making you harder to hit. You can defend, which means you take 1 less damage if you are hit, and also means that you can stand in the way of someone else getting hit if you want to defend someone, and you can attack with your used weapon. What you can also do is search to find new items on the battlefield. You can also feint to reduce a creature's initiative. I don't think that'll be necessary this time. And you can do non-lethal damage if you would like to, but it does add a -2 to your accuracy checks. Okay.
Okay.
So first up is the saber-toothed tiger. The saber-toothed tiger is going to attack Tanuki because Tanuki's in the front row.
Okay.
Unfortunately, a 4 does hit you, Tanuki.
Okay.
So please take 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage. Got it.
From your health, from the stealth.
Okay.
Next is Lucas.
I think Lucas is panicking and he's just like, Saber-tooth tiger! Saber-tooth tiger! Saber-tooth tiger! And on one of his points, like, since he's never done it before, he accidentally casts a spell, and his hand starts glowing, and like a shooting star essentially bursts out from it and at the tiger.
Oh my goodness! Can you describe that for us?
Sure. Shoots a blast of heat from the caster's palm that slams into the target. I roll a spirit dice and deal damage equaling that.
Fantastic. Roll that damage. There it is.
Sorry. So just roll a d8 then, if that's my spirit.
If that's your spirit dice, yeah, you can see your spirit dice in your stats page.
2.
2 points of damage against the tiger. The tiger is now thoroughly distracted from the mammoths, and the baby mammoth has run away. If nothing else happens today, you have saved the baby mammoth. Congratulations.
Yay!
Ah! I can shoot things from my hands. This is all new.
Stacy, it's your turn.
Oh, me? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take the vine and wiggle it on the ground like a piece of string. Be like, here, kitty, kitty, kitty! And try and distract it.
You can add 1 to your accuracy check as you distract the kitty. My goodness.
And then I take out my bow and arrow and I shoot it. Am I able to use, I have something called the arrow seeks its target. An action directly pursues designated goal, which in this case is the kitty.
Well, your goal, I think, is to save the mammoth, right?
Yes.
And attacking the kitty does fall under that, I suppose. So yes, you can use it.
I'm even happy. Do I wanna? Well, I'm like, are we murdering the kitty? Or are we just spooking it?
You can make it non-lethal if you like. -2 to your accuracy.
But I do have +1 already from the other thingamajiggy, right? So.
From what? Oh, from the thing you do. So it'd only be -1 now. Yeah. And what does your arrow seek its target do?
It ignores modifiers or something like that. So there's no negative repercussions normally.
Okay.
I don't know. So it's still just -1. -1. Oh, why did that not go?
Sorry, because I just changed sheet for you. I was reading it.
You monster.
I know. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, so many notes.
Hey, don't look at my notes. Those are
Sorry,
my notes.
you're.
I take
ignore
notes.
weather. Yeah, you ignore weather. Okay, we haven't really used weather yet, but that's
You've
fine.
never used it, so that doesn't help.
Hey, but if you wish it, it will be your
-1.
command.
Badoop. Dang it. That was almost okay. It was almost a 7, but then with -1, it's a 6.
6 is enough to hit the tiger.
Hey!
Yay!
But non-lethal, 3 damage. Non-lethal.
A non-lethal 3 damage. The creature still stands.
Cool.
Tanuki, it's your turn.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. Is it still an action just to like pull out a weapon? Would that be my action?
No, you can make an attack with anything on your person.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my bow, and I'm gonna attack I'm gonna shoot an arrow at the tiger.
By all means, please use an accuracy check.
Okay, so accuracy.
Would you like to make it non-lethal?
Yeah, non-lethal.
Yeah.
So that'll be a -2, right?
-2. That's correct.
-2. All right.
You can use an item if you want.
Okay. I have 6.
A 6 hits.
Awesome. Thank
So-
you.
So roll some damage for me.
Okay, so roll for the damage from the bow, right?
Yes, indeed.
Let's see what's wrong, guy.
Thank you very much, Sphinx, who donates
4 damage.
4 damage, non-lethal. You strike the creature in its head. It shakes its head for a second, and then flees into the undergrowth. You have done it. You have successfully taken, saved the baby mammoth, and not killed the tiger. However, since your wish is my command, Stacy, the heavens open.
No, come on.
It's raining.
Today has not been a good day. Oh wait, we can teleport. Bracelet's out. She changed all the buttons. I don't remember which one's which anymore. Dang it. There's like 2 numbers and then 2 like symbols and like
This time, when you pull it out, there are no buttons whatsoever.
What? None?
None. There's a little message on there that looks like it's been written by Tronk. Like, it just says, "You can do it, Stacy." And that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh boy.
This episode is now Stacy's very bad, no good, very poop day. Like
You know it's because
Oh.
I love both you and your character. You know that. Well, we're going to take a break, everyone. We're going to be 5 minutes. We're going to stretch our legs, grab a drink, grab a bio, and do all the things that make us human. We hope you'll do the same, and we will see you in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Catch you in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. We have saved a mammoth today, potentially saved a mertrout, and fought off a saber-toothed tiger, as Stacy has joined Tanuki and Lucas to show them what it is to be a mighty transforming super trooper. Let's go back to the group, shall we? The heavens have just opened. Can you all hear me? I've changed the wrong thing. 1 second. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. So, I changed the wrong thing. I just did a whole, intro for you all. I changed the wrong thing. I didn't turn your microphones off. I turned mine on. No, didn't turn yours on. I turned mine off for you.
Whoops.
Intro. The heavens have just opened.
Well, bad news. It's raining, and our buttons don't work on our teleportation, so we can't just teleport back to the lab. But good news, Trunk believes in us. Oh.
I guess that's good for something?
No, I mean, I guess it's just nice. I don't know, I was trying to be positive. Really, there's not a lot good.
Alright. Do you know any way to get to this lab of yours?
Well, I came from up there, and I point to the top of the waterfall.
Okay, that's high.
It was very fast coming down, but it's probably not going to be quite as fast going back up.
Is there a fly button on these suits?
Well, I don't know about you. Well, you can try. None of my buttons are working. They've all been replaced with a positive motivation message.
I'm being very careful with my hands because now lasers come out of them.
Oh, you should be careful with that. Well, Tanuki, you got anything?
Okay, I'm assuming that there are no buttons on my teleportation thing too, right? I'm assuming there's no buttons.
It's a slap bracelet without any buttons. It's
okay. Do I have any? I guess do I have any buttons or anything that I can push and on my armor or anything? That I could try.
It doesn't seem like this suit is activated by buttons, but if you give me a check, which I will let you know shortly as I look at the checks list.
Okay, what kind of check am I doing here?
You could give me a sense check or a job knowledge check, whichever is better for you.
Okay, let me take a look. Let me look at my stats real quick.
Does jumping up and down make me fly at all? Because that's what I'm trying.
It does not.
Okay,
Shoot.
let me go. Two. I have a 2.
A 2 is
that's
another fumble, so everyone gets another fumble point that you can use on any roll.
Sorry, guys.
You do also have a reroll though, so we could re-roll that if you like.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll that.
Sure.
Okay, let's see.
See,
That's
Jess,
better.
I don't need to give you more things. Go on.
That's better. That's a 4.
A 4, okay. A kid could do better, but you're pretty sure this suit doesn't have buttons because it's motion activated.
Okay, well, if I jump into the air, will that do anything?
Doesn't quite do it.
Okay, well, that doesn't work. Motion activated, I guess if I run, maybe?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be normal actions that set it off. So, Stacy, you've got Lucas jumping on the spot. Tanuki tries a jump, then does a run.
I do a fabulous spin and then pose and see if anything happens.
So as you do the spin and pose, can you please give me a sense check, please?
No.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna use a fumble point.
Okay. Add
I
one.
have a lot of them. Hey!
Critical success. As you do this,
Hey.
your flamingo appears.
Ah,
Your power bot appears.
You have a pet too?
Well,
Cool.
actually, they're a robot, but also like a giant robot friend ish. You should
Okay,
have some too. You should both try. See if you can get yours to show up.
Oh. Why not? So I go ahead and I do the exact same thing she does.
So give me a sense check, because it could be that the exact same thing isn't what the suit is for, because, you know,
Oh,
all suits are
all
tailored
right.
to individuals, but we'll see what happens. It could work.
Well, we'll see. 3.
Yeah, you spin and it's a
Nope.
complete failure. It
Okay.
doesn't work out for you.
All right. So...
Oh, you should try doing like your own thing. Like that's my thing because I really like ballet. You might not know this because I haven't gotten to do it in a very long time because this job has occupied a lot of my. But anyways, so you need to sort of like be your own person. Like, what do you feel in your like heart of hearts? Like, you know?
Is this a job now? Did we get hired?
Well, no. More like an internship because they don't pay us. I've been trying to argue for that. It does pay well in baked goods, which is very nice.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, the
Are our muffins still
The
dry?
muffins. The
Or are they ruined by the rain?
We'll say, on the first drop of water, the little casing that says "Made with Love," a little parasol comes out and like
oh,
covers the
Hey.
muffin.
That's cool.
And on the parasol, it's written in Louise's handwriting, "Made with the future."
cupcake made with love, parasol made with future.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's we try a little dance and then we pose.
I mean,
Um,
you're calling up your creature. I mean, doesn't this majestic beast make you think of me? This is my creature that, you know, helps me to save the day. What do you feel is going to help you save Small Town City, whatever that we named it?
It was called Small Town City, in fact.
Haha! I remembered.
I think Lucas is just staring up at the sky and just tries spinning and spinning in place, and then just falls down on his butt and poses on the ground.
Well, let's see how it goes. Give me a sense check.
You can use fumble points.
You can use fumble points.
Am I good at this? Ooh, I am good at this. I'm just gonna try it. 7?
Oh,
On a 7, that's pretty good. As you turn and spin, indeed, it does summon your power bot. What does your power bot look like?
I think my power bot it's a big fluffy black sheep.
Oh my goodness. So, sort of like, but it's gonna, okay, so we're gonna have to make this like the cartoons though. Whenever you have something like that, you know how they sort of like run through the forest like this?
Yes.
So the little black sheep runs through the forest towards you all and stops above you, Lucas, and perhaps its little mouth comes and picks you up off the ground.
oh my god.
It worked!
Oh no, that's so cute! Lucas,
Wow.
you did it!
Yay!
It's your
Alright.
turn, Tanuki.
I start like petting it.
It's
Aw.
huge. It's like the size of a small building.
Yeah, I pet like one of its digits on its
Alrighty, well, I guess I just close my eyes. I just spin around, trying to find north. And then I go ahead and I call for Hawkeye. He comes over and he lands on my shoulder and he spreads his wings.
Ooh.
Hey, give me a sense check.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. 6.
You're
On a
rolling 2
six-
dice?
Oops. Yep, a 3 and a 3.
Okay, wow.
Beautiful.
Sorry.
Beautiful.
3, yeah.
So, as you do this, Hawkeye does a little, an extra flourish here that just tips you over to pretty good. And what does your power bot look like when it appears?
Looks like a great big red panda.
Oh my
The
goodness.
big circles, it's like a red, kind of like reddish, on the ears, black eyes, black paws,
Mhm.
and a cream on the tummy there. So it looks like a great big red panda.
Yeah, with a big tail as well, right?
With a big tail, yeah, with a big
Yeah.
fluffy tail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
So,
like the Mario 2 with the big fluffy Mario 2 with
Yeah,
the big
yeah,
fluffy tail.
so yes,
that
this
kind of thing.
appears, but obviously in metallic bot form, as it runs towards you. I think this one possibly bounds with our legs together, and you have your red panda as its tail lands on the ground for you to ascend.
Sweet. Okay. Kind of go. I step onto the tail, and I get the tail kind of lifts. Cool. Awesome.
Now you can communicate with each other. The only slight problem you have, that only one of your bots can fly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe I should have just invited you all up into my bot. That might have been the best way to do that, because there's lots of room inside. You know? Yeah, they're really big. But maybe we can just walk there now with longer strides.
Guess we can try this out and see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Why
Never
not?
tried to pilot a big red panda before, but this'll work.
It's wonderful when you get inside. There are no controls whatsoever. However, when you stand on the pad in the middle of the floor, the bot starts copying your actions.
Ah. Okay, so this is how it works. That'll work. Okay. Alrighty,
As-
lead the way.
Who's leading the way?
I mean, I will lead us as far as the waterfall. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna point you in the direction I came from in general, and then after that, I have no idea, because I'm gonna admit I was intending to just teleport back.
I do have tracking. Does that work?
Ooh!
I do have tracking as an ability.
It
That
would
sounds
help
like a
if
great
you were
plan.
at the top of the waterfall, because down here you'll only be able to track where Stacy has been down here, you know?
That's true. That's true.
Can I attempt to grab Tanuki with my flyer up to the top of the waterfall?
As you try and grab Tanuki, there's a big error that comes up on a screen inside. It says, "This is not how combination works." And the bot takes you off and puts you back on the ground.
Oh.
That didn't work.
However,
I'm
there is
sorry.
a helpful tutorial tip that comes up in the bottom left corner of that same screen. It says, "Bot combinations can be motion activated."
Oh! We might be able to combine all our robots together. We've done it successfully one time.
One time.
Yeah.
So 100% success rate then.
1 out of 1.
We might have tried more than once. I just want to be honest.
Okay.
But I think we have a really good shot because we've all been doing really well.
Okay, how do we do
Yeah.
this? How did you do it when you were successful?
Is
You just press
that
the button.
little
Oh, buttons.
the tutorial that popped up?
Mhm.
Does it look like a little piece of office equipment and is asking if we want its help?
Oh, a clippy. I mean, a
Yeah, I was just about to
a
say that. I was just about to say
Even
Clippy.
Worse, it's like
Yeah.
a slightly blue faded out
pippy.
screen with a little orange eye. Anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's the Final Fantasy X tutorial alert, which is the most annoying thing in the world. Just let me play the damn game. There's a story there. We're not going to that. But you can see it says it also says on a different place because you have to like swipe it away a few times because it
Away?
keeps
Oh, yeah.
popping back up. On another screen it says your fusion motion will be different to your bot summoning tutorial and different to your suit on off tutorial and different to your teleportation motions.
wow, there's a lot of tutorials. Should we have read all these before jumping into this heavy
No,
machinery?
just give it a try. Just I think just go with your guts and or your heart guts. Just that's the only reason I've survived this long.
Well, your instincts are good. Following your instincts is good. Okay. Okay.
So those of us in the bots that are like quadrupeds, how does that work again for the moments?
Well, there is a little band for you to rest your stomachs on.
Got it.
And
Oh no.
Awesome. In that case, if it's motion activated, what if we tried this and I'll start like clopping forward like a sheep that's gonna headbutt something, and just
Yep.
kind of like nudge my head into the flamingo.
as you nudge your head into the flamingo, make me a sense check. You do have advantages and stuff if you want to use them.
Yes. I'll use a fumble point so that I don't wreck somebody else's cool robot.
Yeah, don't hurt me.
Hey! On a 9, you successfully do the fusion dance, but the screen comes up and says, "Error, no bots to connect with. Fusion dances must be done in sync."
Oh, dang it!
Oh man.
Okay. So let's wait. Let's make a plan. Shall we? Sashay, pirouette and pose all together.
All
Like-
right,
I know
here we
one
go.
of those.
All right. Sashay, pirouette pose. Got it.
Yes!
Ready? Okay.
Perfect.
Ready?
I believe in us. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Sashay,
Everyone-
okay.
Give me sense checks.
Sashay, pirouette pose. Sense check. Okay.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh. Oh no, 7.
Oh, see, everyone was great except this time Lucas, who got it so right the first time. It just kind of scuppers the thing. It's a fumble. Everyone gets one more fumble point. But it looks like you're about to start forming when Lucas's sheep bot just rams into both of you like bowling pins, and you end up scattered across this forest. Trees fall down. Animals go running.
I think I sashayed when I was supposed to pirouette.
That's okay. And I'm like dusting myself off of entire trees. I'm like, this is fine. It's okay. It happens to.
Worked. It almost worked. We almost had it.
It was a great first try. I think. You know, we just need to get a little more in sync. Do this like together. Maybe, you know what, Lucas? Why don't you count us down this time so that we're all working on like your timeline?
Oh, okay. So do we want to do 3, 2, 1, go? Or do you go on 1, or or should I go 1, 2, 3? This is a lot of choices and pressure. Let's go on 2.
We'll go on
Oh.
to. Okay.
Whatever
1,
makes
2.
you happy. Wow!
Sense checks all around, please.
Another one. Oh boy.
Hey, hey! An 8
Five.
and an 11. And what?
5.
Combined, that is just perfect. Which parts of the bot that you combine to make do you make? We need a head, a chest with arms, and legs.
What would you all like to be? I can go any which way.
I'll be a chest. That's fine. I'll be in the middle.
Okay, so
Okay.
I've got a
That
red
came out kinda
panda-headed chest with a big tail.
I could be
Ooh.
head and like as it's happening, like horns that weren't there before kind of grow up along the side.
Woo!
That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
ram's
and
head,
a nice
lovely.
and a nice fluffy coat. like
Earmuffs.
Oh, perfect. And I'm just gonna be like all legs, legs for days. These flamingo legs just go on and on.
These legs
Oh
go
my
on for
God.
days, but you know what? I think we'll give also you wings on your heels.
Oh yeah, a
That'll
little.
work. Okay.
Just because now your Ultra Bot can fly. Your Ultra Bot is also the size of the waterfall,
Ha!
which is handy.
That's one way to do it.
We go.
I think we did it. See? No.
Hey.
Y'all are perfect at this. Look, it's your first day. You already called your bots, danced a great dance. We're bigger than a waterfall. It's a good day.
Hey, it worked. I think
Yeah.
we can get used to this, huh?
I'm appreciating this on-site training. I feel like it's it's going well.
Yeah, you know, it's way better than if we had. I mean, imagine landing like that in the city. Would not have gone well.
That's true. That's very true.
Sphinx remembers. Does Stacy.
So now we all have to. I think we have to all work together to do this now. So, do you want to try? Before we try going up the waterfall, should we just try taking some steps together?
Yeah, that'll work.
Because I feel like flying is going to be much more complicated. Just a hunch.
Gotta walk before we can fly. All right, let's do
Yep.
it.
Okay. Lucas on 2 again?
Yes. Same speed as the countdown. Do you want a surprise too again? I feel
3,
like
2.
that worked pretty well.
3, 2. Like, this is the...
Oh, should I list a bunch of other numbers first, and then it doesn't have to be in order? It's like 10, 9, 8, 5, 2, go!
Perfect.
All right, that'll work. That'll work. As long as I know that we're going on 2, that's good. Okay.
Okay, so you do this dance together. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 4, 6, 2, and you can begin walking. Why don't we just have a delicate work check from all of you to see how in sync you are?
Oh, God.
And if you succeed this, if all of you roll above a 7, we will let you move in unison for free from now on.
Okay.
Delicate work one?
Ah! So close. So close.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
So close, Stacy, so close.
And but that's a 14 critical success.
I know, it's so
I'm
good.
gonna re-roll. I'm gonna re-roll. I don't want to
You
be the
can re-roll.
reason.
Can I use a fumble point?
You can use a fumble point, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So that's plus
Just +1 to whatever you roll.
1. Okay. 10.
10,
That's a
fantastic.
lot better. Yeah. That'll work.
Okay. I'm gonna re-roll. Delicate work. Hey,
7.
7.
7!
That's-
You did it!
that works.
You did it! Lucas is leading big time here, and you are able to walk. You can do a little run. You all just seem to naturally fall in sync with each other. You now have complete control of the Ultra Bot. No more rolls for how you control it.
Awesome.
I have to admit, Lucas, I was a little bit confused with your counting at first, but I think we have it now.
I think we have it.
I think I'm doing a lot better now that I'm standing again. Now that we're on 2 legs.
Yeah, that's definitely more familiar than being a quadruped.
That's
I mean,
true.
it was fun. I'd try it some more, but I think we need to coordinate. I like it.
It's way better. Perfect. So, does the bot have, is the bot pointing us towards the lab?
No.
Why is this happening? I mean, we're doing great, y'all! This is going super well!
We have no directional finder or anything in the box at all.
I mean, normally it's a little easier, but today's just not our day. But that's okay.
I think
It's
we're
okay.
doing great. And maybe what we need is just a snack break, replenish some energy, and have some of these muffins, and just, take a break on a good note, and then we're going to fuel up, and we'll come back feeling great.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that'll work. You still have the muffins. You're gonna eat these sometime. Yeah.
As you eat the muffins, in the middle, you find a little sheet of paper.
Okay.
Was this supposed to come out with the little umbrella?
It's a little note, kind of a little bit greasy from the sugars and stuff, written by Tronk. And it says, "Hey, Stacy and new friends. I thought you might be struggling a little, so here's the description of the teleportation dance. I hope you are having fun out there. Good luck with training."
Great! We can head home now!
Is there like a training course we're supposed to be doing? Is Trunk our boss? He sounds
No.
nice.
Trunk is very, very nice. Trunk is kind of like our cheerleader, support person, chef.
Oh, so he baked the muffins. He's the guy
Yes.
that baked the muffins.
Can you
Yes.
all please make me a perception check?
Perception. Okay. Oh boy.
I have to
Oh,
lower my fumble points because I used so many.
Ooh. Ooh.
Where'd that come from?
6. 12.
Ooh. On the 12, it is Tanuki who notices writing on the back of the note. Oh, and
What's on the back?
don't do this in the power bots, okay? I was really hoping you all fumbled that one. Really hoping you all fumbled that one.
Good that we caught that one. That's
Yeah.
good that we caught that one.
Yeah, that could have been really messy.
Bad. That could have been really bad.
Does this?
I
Does
guess
the,
if we hit a wall or a ceiling or something, we'd probably go splat, right?
does the
Yeah.
building not fit all of this together? Would
I
we
don't-
not?
It's more people-sized than giant robot-sized. So it's probably for the best if we get out before we teleport.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay.
Um,
All right,
who
now that
got the note with the dance on it?
Oh, unrolls it here.
Okay, are you our dance instructor today?
Let me see. It's,
Because these diagrams they look like they were pretty good. They look like they've been smudged slightly from the grease, so
Oh
Oh dear.
we're gonna need delicate work checks. It's gonna be difficulty 6.
no. Okay.
That should
Okay,
be
for
easily
everybody?
doable. Everyone can do it. Once you're out of your bots, we'll say you dismiss them.
Okay, we're gonna go out. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is delicate work? Okay.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, 7.
7. Goop covers all of your bodies. It comes up from your ankles and covers you completely. And you go through like a Doctor New style teleportation thing as things are floating and swirling around you. It looks a lot like something that you might find in the Dark Matter expansion for 5e by Mage Hand Press. Have you heard about that? It's a fun expansion where you can play 5e in space.
That sounds heckin' awesome! Is it anything like how that forest we were in was kind of like... Was it anything like the Humblewood, would you say? I've heard that's also a really great place.
Do you know they may just have stats for a flamingo? Knight, maybe.
Something you might see over there. And you know, considering all those great poses we made today...
You could make your own poses in the Hero Forge character maker, and with all these wonderfully covered power Super Troopers, you could totally create your own colored mini of your character.
Hey.
You appear in the lab. Trunk is there, but no one else. As you arrive, he's like, "Hey, you did it. Well done. I believed in all of you."
Oh, are you Trunk?
I am.
Oh, your muffins are pretty good. Your muffins
Hey,
are really good.
if you think those are good, wait until you try these. And he like pulls the blanket off of like a full completed training cake
Nice.
with pictures of your colored rangers on.
You
Now-
managed to bake this? Wow. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's real easy when you work with the person who invented time travel. Cuts down your cooking times real easy. But
Gotcha. Okay.
if you
Nice.
if you want to apparently Louise has left you a nice surprise in the teleporter. All you gotta do is go and stand in the teleporter, and y'all are gonna get a nice treat.
That doesn't sound suspicious at all. I'll do it.
You want some cake first?
Yes. Can I have the me piece, please?
I guess I can. Yeah, I can cut that out for you. No problem there, Stacy. Let me get that for you. Cutting the middle piece out of the cake so there's a ring around you.
Ooh, is it getting a round piece of cake?
You're getting like a sort of square around your pirouette action pose.
Heck yeah.
There you go. Nice.
And we'll get you a little bit of edge too. I did some fancy piping on that edge. Don't know if you noticed.
Amazing. I definitely want to appreciate your fancy piping.
Oh, gee.
How about you? Do any of you want to eat yourselves?
Yeah, I'll have a piece.
Yeah.
I'll have a piece. That would be cool. Oh, Trunk, you don't happen to have something that Hawkeye can eat? I don't know if you have anything for an owl?
Oh,
Like a little rodent or,
well, as it happens, I don't, but just outside I set up a little bird feeder. I'm trying to encourage the local wildlife to come and nest in the garden, if you know what I mean. So far, all
That'll
I've
work.
attacked it is one of them big lever things, you know? Kind
Oh,
of like
okay. He knows how
half
to do
of
that. He knows
half
how to
of
do that.
Dr.
We're good.
News. But here, and he'll go outside and come back with some seeds.
That'll work. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I give the owl the seeds because the owl was starting to look at the cake, and the cake is a really, he's hungry. So I'll go ahead and give him the seeds. Go ahead and give him the seeds. He goes ahead and he eats the seeds. And he seems pretty happy. I'll
Happy
go ahead and
enough.
have a piece of cake too.
If I find any mice, I'll send them your way, little fella. Huh? You know, I was raised by animals.
He kind of looks at you like, as if he kind of understands what's going on. That's cool.
Yeah, they taught me how to bake.
And he kind of does this kind of thing, and he continues to eat. That's cool.
Yeah.
I
All
guess he
right.
likes you. That's good. He likes you. That's good.
Yeah, I get on well with animals.
Well, I'll go ahead and have a piece of cake too then. Alright.
Alright. Trunk cuts a slice of cake for Lucas as well. Lucas hasn't asked for one, so he's just kind of putting it near you. Not really sure what the convention is. He just puts it on a side near you and starts eating a bit of cake himself.
Lucas wanted to ask for his face, but he was just he didn't want to like kind of make Crunk or make a Trunk do that. Sorry.
You know, I'm not sure if the fruit comes through so well. Maybe I should add a few more sultanas next time.
Tastes
I mean,
okay
the
to me.
decorations are really good. Were you watching us do the poses, and that's how you did the work?
Oh, yeah, we've been tracking you the whole time.
So
Stacy, you gave us a real laugh earlier on. We saw all of that.
Oh, you saw my really great dive, and that was all, right?
Yeah, and then when you got lost and had that fight with that merfish.
Murfish?
They started it. You know, I was already like drowning, and then I thought they were trying to eat me, and it was self-defense.
I totally understand. Louise, she had some different ideas. She found it quite funny, but I knew, Stacy, that you were just looking out for number one.
I'm gonna go over here now. Heading over to the teleporter.
Aww. Kind of look over at the teleporter, and is that thing's safe?
Oh yeah, you can take cake through as well.
Okay. Kind of look at it kind of suspiciously. You know, after touching stuff and getting teleported, it'd be like, alright. Alright, so I go over to the teleport with the cake. And with Hawkeye. We just step in this thing?
Yeah,
How does this
you
thing
just.
work?
I'll step into that thing, then I press the button over here, and away you go.
is this teleporter goop based as well?
Oh yeah.
Affect the?
No.
Can you eat the goop? Okay.
The goop doesn't affect anything. It's just temporal goop. It only exists outside of time, I think. I don't know. You have to ask Louise. She knows all about that stuff. I just know about cooking.
I'm just still eating down on the cake. So where are we going?
Oh, you'll see. It's a real nice surprise. He presses a button, and all the lights go off. Ah, wrong button. Why do we even have that button? And hits the button next to it. And you sink a little way into the platform as the platform becomes goop. And then it covers you. And then it uncovers you. You are no longer in your suits. You are at the mall.
Well. Okay. That was weird.
Where?
The mall.
The mall?
The mall.
Are we still in our like armored outfits?
No, you are in your normal outfits in the mall, and if you look at your cell or anything like that, the date is just before all of this stuff started happening.
I look at Lucas and I look at Tanuki and I was like, are we where I think we are? Is this?
This is the mall. This is the mall. That was weird.
And Stacy goes running to try to see if she can not miss work for the
As you
first
start
time in a
running-
very long time.
For work, Stacy, you get a text. Deposit completed.
What? If I answer it, what is?
As you answer the messages, a message sent out by the banks. Latest thing, hardly happens in the 90s, but here we are. It says a mysterious donor has donated to your account. Please visit an ATM for details.
Go to the ATM that's on the way to my job that I haven't been to in a long time.
In your bank account, there is a easily 2 years' salary. And at this moment, you get a message from Louise. I hope you appreciate this. I made a deposit roughly when the first bank opened, and this is how much came to fruition.
Wait, the first bank ever? That's it. Well, thank you!
This is how much you deposited.
I still try to go to work. I'm still trying to see if that...
Stacy, when you get to work, you see you.
I flip back out! I go against the wall!
Teaching the kids, as though this never happened.
I peek in. It's just me?
Teaching kids.
I get very stiff and I march back toward Tanuki and Lucas are.
Tanuki,
Okay?
Lucas, you will also discover that wherever you were at this time, you are there.
I think we're back, but also we're still here. So we're back, but we're here.
So we went back to the past?
Yes, but not
have we
even to
re-
like.
Have we
ahead.
returned to the future?
Wibbly wobbly ball of stuff.
Right where one of you is standing, the first one to move, there is a sheet of paper under your feet.
Okay, I'll go down and pick up the piece of paper and I unroll it. What does it say?
Well, it's written in Japanese. But as you read it, you can understand it somehow. And it says, to honor your dedication, we have freed up your time and also reimbursed you. And if you check your bank accounts, you'll also have money and you'll find your people are there. So you are free to work as a Super Troopers.
This has never happened before. I don't know if the labor union finally got to them or what happened.
So
We get paid. We get paid?
right, but we still have to do all of that stuff, right? And then the other us that exists in this time gets vacation and a life and to do the things.
I honestly don't know. It seems like we've gone forward to the past.
I need to sit down.
That's a good plan. I also would like to do this.
Need to sit down. Maybe get a drink. And
Oh, we could go down to the food court. Let's go down to the food court. We have all this money now and time. Let's go treat ourselves. Snacks!
I'll do it. Sounds good to me.
Luke is still finishing up the cake, but like, yeah, let's go.
And Hawkeye just looks over and he's just doing this and he has no clue what's going on.
As you head down to the food court, you see Trunk in a bakery stall selling baked goods. It's really popular.
Told you had good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if this is his passion, he really should be allowed to follow it. I think,
Yeah.
he wasn't appreciated enough in the lab. We were the only ones that got to have his treats, and everyone should get to enjoy a nice Tronk treat,
But what if, is that a second Tronk? Like how there's a second you now? And so is the other Tronk still in the lab?
I don't know,
Hey,
maybe we should
Stacy,
ask.
Tanuki, Lucas, good to see you.
Hi, Tronk.
Hey!
Hi!
Looks like you're doing pretty well for yourself here.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, all right. Glad to see you made it from the lab okay. When I pressed the wrong button.
We weren't supposed to come here?
What? Yeah, no, you come here. You came wherever you wanted to, I guess.
But you said you pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, I turned the lights off, remember?
Oh, okay. So, which Tronk are you?
What do you mean?
Do you both know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know entirely what I mean. I sort of know what I mean, but it's hard to really know what I mean.
Are you past Trunk or future Trunk?
Oh, no, there's only one of me.
There's two of us,
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty good, huh? Louise set it up so that you can exist in the same timeline. So you still get to have a life. We just swap you
that's-
out when you get too old.
Wait, what?
What?
Hang on.
It's just kind of like football, you know. You can't be doing kung fu forever.
Oh.
I mean, that seems reasonable, but also... So this is like a time vacation?
Well, yeah,
This is
kind
like
of.
our...
It's also kind of a... Louise, do you want to explain this next bit? And Louise walks out from the back of the bakery store. Who knows where the hell she was hiding, but she just walks out. Yes. You will find on your slap bracelets there are now 6 buttons.
Okay, that's 6.
The
How many
6th
motivational messages from Tronk are there, though?
Still none. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope for it to be the last. The 6th button now allows you to travel to any point in time that you wish. However, you will need this new ability. For we have discovered a time sorceress who is going to resurrect Dr. Noose and reinstate his plans.
Time sorceress.
Who's Dr. Noose?
Oh, he was
Old
this
friend?
big Tyrannosaurus guy that was wrecking the city.
The city got wrecked?
Yeah, don't worry about it. We turn around pretty quick.
We need to get you out of that planetarium, Lucas.
That was the
you
most
missed-
outside I'd been in a while in that jungle. I didn't
You
care
missed
for it.
the whole city being wrecked?
He didn't know. He didn't know he didn't know what was going on.
What?
Oh.
But hey, the added, Louise said we shouldn't tell you this, but the added niceness of this new, time thing is it means you can take a break whenever you need one. Hey, you feeling stressed? Let's go hang out on the Titanic for a week or so. How about, feeling like you're running out of time to do your essay? Just buy yourself another week.
This doesn't sound like something that can be abused at all. Great plan. Definitely
me.
not by teenagers. Nope.
I was totally testing it with my baking. I abused the heck out of it.
Oh.
There's nothing quite like burning a cake I'm rewinding time so you don't burn the cake. Oh, let me tell you.
How many times did you burn the same cake?
Oh. To get the exact consistency, I mean, it depends on what you considered burnt.
As in,
Although, there is one rule. Yes, one rule. You cannot interact with other versions of yourself from the same timeline. Your wrist bracelet will explode. Time will be broken. And the Time Sorceress will win. And destroy the Earth.
Okay, now when you say interact with, do you mean like touch or like converse or like share a personal moment or like hold hands and
cannot
skip?
influence
or...
them in any way. No touching, no talking, no influence whatsoever.
But what if we were already supposed to talk to them, and then if we don't talk to them, we mess up time?
It's impossible. If you talk to them, then time will break. The continuum will explode.
that makes sense.
Okay. Well, you can count on us. I'm sure we won't screw this up.
That makes perfect sense.
Gee Louise, you sure are smart.
All right.
Shut up,
If
Trunk.
I see my double, I hide. All right. Sounds good to me.
So, what do y'all want to do with our infinite free time right now? Anything you ever wanted to do?
Well, always thought I'd go maybe vacation in the mountains somewhere.
The forest wasn't good enough? No.
Mountains, not forest. I gotta get some room for Hawkeye to fly around.
Woo!
Were the mountains
Oh.
better in the past?
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
I just realized, do you have your owl inside this mall?
Oh, what if we went to the mall but in the future? What if we went to the future mall and bought a bunch of stuff?
And then brought it to the past and sold it to past people for future monies.
Oh boy.
Then would we win the past future battles?
I don't think that this fight's a financial one, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd be winning already. Look how quick these cakes are selling like hotcakes. Well, they are hotcakes, but you know what I mean.
Hey Trunk, you have any more of those muffins?
Sure do. They're gonna cost you $1 if you get them here, though.
Ah, that's true. Eh, I
Where?
can afford it.
Where can we get them for not $1?
At the lab when I'm making test batches.
Tanuki, let's go to the lab and get all the muffins!
All right. Wouldn't you want to do some shopping first before we do that?
Not at the expense of meeting my current self and exploding the universe. No, thank you.
Just checking. All right, let's go.
And as you all rush off to enjoy your newfound free time, we're going to pan away from our heroes. Away from the flower convention where Bay is having the time of her life. She also gets the bracelets, but later, Stacey, you're going to have to fill her in next week. That's going to be hilarious. We're going to pan away to a mysterious character. Dressed in a long, dark green robe, with large, sort of, fleshy horns that hang off of her head. Also kind of a dark green, but with a kind of pale, pasty, maybe even a lime green sort of face. She's swirling her long clawed fingers over a crystal ball, which has dry ice smoke around it. and she's looking at the three of you in the ball. And we see her take her nail and slice through time, sort of rip it open, and step through to a much younger version of Stacy. And as Stacy turns around to play with some other kids, she just slips a little something in Stacy's juice and turns around before anyone sees again. We see her at Lucas's place. Lucas, do you have a car or anything like that?
I think I have a bike or maybe a scooter.
A scooter? Okay. You see her just go in and just snip the brake cables.
God.
Oh.
Tanuki, we go back to your past and maybe there's some point in time where you've needed like a blood transfusion or something like that. She just takes
Yeah.
she just does something to the bag whilst you sleep. And then she steps and rips a hole through time again and steps away. What did that do? What does this mean? She returns to her crystal ball and we hear a soft cackle as she strokes the ball. That, so we're going to leave this week's session of Mighty Transforming Super Troopers.
Uh-oh.
If looks could kill, I think Stacy would have killed me by now. So, we are going to go on a raid today, but before we do, we're going to go around and say hello to everyone. We're also going to talk about our sponsors and stuff, who also got pitched during the show, because of course. We're going to go the other way around. We're going to start by talking about Kate. Kate S. Wells, if you don't know of her already, you should go and follow her on Twitter. And also, you should go and follow her Twitch stream, D20 Error. It's one of my favorite channels to go and lurk in. Whenever I see it live, I'm in there lurking. So, if you say, hey, Scrat, you'll probably find me in. Not always, but most of the time. Definitely go and check out her stuff. She's wonderful. Also, we have around the screen Attack Trick next. Patrick, how you doing?
Good. That was so much fun. That was a great first time playing on playing the Ryutama system. Yep, I'm Patrick, Attack Trick Online. Besides, whenever Scrap lets me play here, you can catch me on the Blackfeather Guild with Raven. I'm there Tuesday nights now. We just started Monster of the Week campaign set in a similar to but legally distinct from Borderlands universe. That's fun. It's Hunters of Calamity. You could catch me next week on Tales from the Grim. They're going to start airing their Watchmen community event, and I'm on there. And you can check out an adventure I released on DM's Guild called Little Ship of Horrors, with a fun, spooky alien ship crash with a carnivorous singing plant and space hippos and lots of other creepy things for your players.
Fantastic. And can you post that link in chat for us again? That'd be fantastic.
I sure can. Thank you.
Next around the screen, we have Cephas7.
Hey guys, I'm Cephas7. I'm Cephas7 on Twitter. I post my art on there. I also post links to my blog, which is on WordPress. I'm also on Instagram. That's where I also post most of my art, and I am ArtistMum1 on Instagram. That's ArtistMum1, and that's my handle on Instagram. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out my art, I'm on there. Cephas7 on Twitter, Cephas7 on Tumblr. If you want to go ahead and check out my writing and my art, I'm over there. And thank you very much, Scrap, for inviting me to play. That's very fun. Thank you.
Thank you. It's wonderful to play with you. Last but most certainly not least, the lady with the looks that could kill, Jess.
It wasn't, it wasn't even entirely your fault. Some of it was Roll20's fault, but also it just felt like you were really like squeezing lemon over my wounds a little bit. So, I appreciate you. Hi, my name is Jess, and I do a lot of different stuff. So your best bet is to go over to my Twitter and check out my schedule. But I stream a whole heck of a lot. You can see me over here every Thursday doing this fun, awesome time. I'm going to be in a new Vampires campaign over on Encounter Roleplay. Over on my channel, we do a whole bunch of TTRPGs. We do regular Fiasco. We're about to finish our Spire campaign. We're starting up a new Blades in the Dark campaign. And then we also do just video games all the time. We play Jackbox with the community, or sometimes we just chill out and do some Stardew Valley, some Borderlands, some Destiny, whatever we feel like doing. We do it all together. We play lots of games, so come hang out with me. And I appreciate y'all playing today. This was so much fun. I love the animals you chose. I love that we had to dance to combine. It was a good time. Listen. Minus the part where I murdered a mermaid. We don't talk about that. Other than that, it was great.
We will never mention that ever again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's talk about sponsors and stuff, but hang on, we're going to have an after credit scene. Check out our social links. You can see all our Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. There's a channel in Discord where you can come and talk about this show. Come and talk to us. We want to hear from you. Also, send me a DM on Twitter if you want to be a part of this or another game. We'll get you a game that hopefully suits your availability. And on YouTube, you can catch up with the rest of the story. Also, check out our sponsors, Hero Forge. Exciting Kickstarter news coming from them. Coloured minis. It's going to be great. Also, check out Mage Hand Press, who've just distributed the Dark Matter campaign. The Dark Matter expansion, for 5e, now available in hardback as of the beginning of December. And also check out the Deck of Many, who make these wonderful... oh god, I drew the skull. I'm not having a good day. So far I had the gem, followed by...
I think we had
flames,
didn't we?
flames, and now the skull.
That looks really, really good.
Yeah. And they have spell cards and other things as well. And the Humblewood setting that we've also talked about during this campaign. We're going to pan quickly back to that waterfall millions of years ago as we see a mammalian creature pulling itself out from the bank, stabbed, wounded, and somewhat concussed. As it pulls itself out, you see it start to discolor in the light as it dries out. And it starts to green a little in the sun. We'll see you next week. Bye, everyone. Keep up the promotions. Join us on our raid. Hey kids, today we had an incident where a creature attacked us and it felt so real in the moment, but we didn't take a moment to stop and see what the real intent was. Were they really attacking us or were they trying to help us? Sometimes remember that a moment's hesitation could perhaps change your perception of an event, or otherwise, bad things could happen. Also, be prepared to act in the moment, but sometimes just make sure you understand someone's intent before you stab them and throw them into a waterfall. Until next time, keep evoking emotions. Bye!